In-ear monitor systems are becoming super popular among DJs who are trying to protect their hearing, and they're already popular among people in bands, maybe presenters or those that need some sort of wireless transmission for translation. And this little unit from Takstar is a great solution. This is the WPM300. It's a super compact and very easy to use wireless in-ear monitor system that honestly you could throw it in a gig bag or a backpack, even a purse, and take anywhere. In this video today, I'm going to give you a full unboxing, show you how to set this up, and give you my thoughts after having used this for a while, and let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking one up for yourself. Now, if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back as always. But we won't waste any more time with that. Let's dive in to taking a look at the Takstar WPM300. So let's get to the unboxing portion of this video. Now, before I open this up, just kind of want to read you a few different specs from the back. It points out that this can support up to 10 different transmitters in the same area. So if you're using this, for example, for language translation, or you've just got multiple members of a band using this system, they can all work in unison without crosstalk, provided that you're on different channels. There is 2 AA batteries that are required for the body pack portion, and this utilizes PLL or phase locked loop technology to give stable and reliable performance, and it also contains an anti-interference composite circuit to allow you to use multiple body packs simultaneously. So a lot of kind of jargon, probably sciencey tech inside of this to make sure that it works without interruptions, without interference as much as possible. So let's actually open this thing up. The first thing you're going to see in the box is the manual. It is a mix of English and Chinese. The English actually starts about halfway through, and it's still very comprehensive and easy to understand. One of the better written manuals. It's only about 6 pages, but there's still all the info you need to use this product in this little guide. Now, underneath the foam, on a single layer, you have all the different components of this kit. And one of the things that really stands out to me about this in particular is that it's a lot smaller than I anticipated. I guess 2 things that stand out: the size and how easy it is to sync up the body pack with the transmitter and use them. This is pretty much like a no-brainer solution. You're gonna get to see me do it, live in this video, and anyone can run this thing. It's not as complicated as some of the other systems I've used in the past. So let's start with the actual transmitter itself. This was the part that really shocked me, how small this was. And I think this is a huge benefit, this tiny size. This is going to be perfect if you are a DJ, if you're a solo artist, if you are using this, like I said, for like a portable translation solution. You can slip this in any sort of bag, purse, anything like that, and take this on the go. A lot of the other IEM systems I've looked at in the past were big, rack-mountable metal 19-inch units. This is, while it's not metal, it's still very well constructed, very sleek, and super compact. Now, you can see the Takstar logo up top. There's also a screen here that you can't really see in this lighting. On the front, we've got a volume knob for this headphone out right here. This is a monitor so that the person, if they're speaking into this, or if you want to just do a wired connection, can actually hear what's going through this transmitter to the body pack. So it allows you an additional connection or for monitoring use. Now, on the back, we've got the little power toggle right here. We've got our DC in plug. We've got RCA ins for the signal, as well as a 3.5 millimeter kind of headphone jack cable right there. We have a set button, which allows us to change the channels, and then we have our antenna connection as well. On the bottom, we've got 2 rubber feet to keep this firmly on whatever surface you're using it on. Now, also in the box, we have your standard DC, AC to DC wall wart plug, 6-foot cable, I believe, maybe 10, enough distance to go wherever you need. We also have our antenna, tiny little guy right here, and this just screws right onto the connector in the back. It's not a BNC, it's just kind of a screw on, and then you can raise the antenna up like that, okay? Also in the box is the body pack itself. Now, this is very well constructed. It is plastic. Obviously, you want it to be lightweight if someone's wearing it. The antenna, good quality, wasn't bent inside the box. You can see where you hook your headphone or your in-ear monitors at the top. We've got a belt clip around the back. And we've got some buttons right here on the front, as well as 1 button on the side for our power. This is our battery compartment. You just pinch the 2 tabs together and pull the battery compartment out. It takes AA batteries, which I'm always happy to see. Now on the front we've got a set button which allows you to change the frequencies, as well as plus and minus to adjust the volume at the body pack level. So whoever's listening can adjust their own volume. Now these you're just gonna have to memorize where the buttons are. It only took me about a minute to be able to maneuver my hand back here and adjust the settings without looking at it. Sometimes they have knobs on the top, which is a little bit easier to control the volume on, but you can memorize where the plus and minus are on these very quickly. Now if I power this up, just I think you gotta hold it on there, you can see it says channel 7, and then also gives you a battery indicator right there. Really nice to have that readout. I'll keep that on for a second and we'll power up this unit in a moment. Last things in the box are going to be a pair of quote-unquote in-ear monitors, as well as some ear tips for those. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was ready to like dog on these and give them crap. The construction, they're very like cheap, lightweight plastic. The ear hooks, the loops are not anything to write home about. But using these with the unit and with just an MP3 player that I was doing some testing with right here, I was very impressed with the sound. Now, if I were you and I bought this unit and I didn't own any in-ear monitors yet, I would look at some of my past reviews for like the K-Bear or the KZ ZSN monitors. They're like 20 to 30 bucks for like a metal plate, multiple drivers, a braided cable. I think that's a logical addition to the setup, but these will work in a pinch. If you're just trying to get off the ground with an in-ear monitor, wireless headphone system, these will work. There was plenty of bass response. They form a good tight seal in your ear, which is soundproof, or at least sound isolating, which is important with in-ear monitors, and they were a shocker to me. I think the biggest downside is just their cable and their construction, but don't just throw these away. I think it's worth using them. The last thing in the box is going to be this little mini box, and this contains a few more accessories, which I like to see. You're gonna get your aux cable here for plugging in a source if you wanna go that route. They also include an RCA to female 3.5 millimeter. So if you wanna, instead of just going straight from here to there, you can plug this into here and then use the RCA connections, or you can just get your own RCA cable if you wanna go that route. They also include a headphone to a 3.5 mil to 1/4 inch tip sleeve adapter in the box, and that's everything. Okay, so those are all our accessories. Pretty comprehensive, everything you would need. So let me show you how you would set this up. So this is the unit itself. If I just take the zip tie off of the, or the twist tie off of this, I can plug it into the wall back here. And once I've got that plugged in, if I flick the little toggle switch on the back, you can see the screen appear right there. And all you're gonna get on there is what channel you're on, channel 07. Now, if I wanna change that, I just click the set button on the back, and that allows me to cycle through the different channels. I'm gonna take it all the way back to 7. There are 10 individual channels that you can use, and 7 is where I've had it. Now, keep in mind, this volume knob on the front is not controlling any of the signal going into this or how much signal is going out to your body pack. This is only for the headphone output, so there's no point messing with this unless you plug in a wired pair of IEMs right there, okay? Now, I've got my body pack on. They're both on channel 7, and that's literally all you have to do to sync it up. If you are getting interference on this channel, just change on here, let's say to channel 8, and then click your set button on the body pack, and now we're on channel 8 on both of them, and they're connected. That's all you have to do. It's very, very straightforward. Now, I can't give you a sound test, but I can tell you about my experience. So how I was using this for testing is I just got this little MP3 player that I have all of my like FLAC and WAV files on. I connected this via 3.5 mil to the unit, and then clipped this on my back and walked around the house for like 3 hours. I walked in different rooms, behind like 8 different walls. I walked outside, and my house is full of wireless tech. Routers, wireless TV, smart plugs, smart home devices, and honestly, it was very, very solid. The only time I had any kind of wavering in the signal was when I was on the very, very opposite side of the house, probably 7,500 feet through like 6 different walls and a ton of devices between. It didn't work as well. And it says right on the box, line of sight is the best. And I think they say up to 50 meters, which is 150 feet of line of sight, and I think that's more than enough to use this behind a DJ booth or on a stage. You know, I would keep this unit actually on the stage or just next to your mixer. Oh, the sound quality, gotta mention the sound quality. So comparing the direct out from this to the signal I got through here, the only difference was the fullness of the very, very low sub bass frequencies. This still had plenty of bass, I think, to work as an in-ear monitor, but plugging directly into this, I could definitely hear a lot more reinforcement in like the 30 hertz kind of range, okay? Will it matter on stage, you know, when you're kind of going the budget route? I don't think so. but it's worth keeping in mind the signal is not 100%, but it was still like plenty of clarity, just missing those very low frequencies. Now, kind of wrapping this up, I think this is an awesome solution for DJs. A lot of DJs are switching to IEMs. It helps protect your ears because you can block out a lot of the ambient noise, or if your speakers are behind you, you don't get assaulted by that super loud, SPL level all night. And if you don't want to carry a giant rack unit, club DJs on the go can literally throw this in their gig bag and take it anywhere. That is super awesome. But you don't just have to be a DJ. I think the solo musician, I think someone that, needs to use monitors on a stage. Let's say you're the drummer and you just want to you're the only one in the band that cares about IEMs, everyone else is using a wedge. You could easily set one of these somewhere near the snake or somewhere on the stage and send a signal to your personal IEMs. I believe this will link with multiple body packs. I don't know if these are sold individually yet, but that's something to look out for in the future as well. But wrapping things up, I think this is an awesome little product. I love the compact form factor. It's got a great build quality while being lightweight enough to take on the go. So if you want to grab one for yourself, I'll include a link down in the description. Buying through there helps support the channel. I would love you for it. And if you're not going to pick one of these up, that's fine. Consider subscribing and hitting the like button, ringing the notification bell, and leaving a comment. All of those help the channel grow and help me keep bringing you product reviews every week. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.